This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostreiter. Watch out! Morfisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Coverage of the Nebraska State Basketball Tournament is presented by App Foundation Repair, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Southeast Community College, Members Owned Credit Union, Union Bank and Trust, Mosaic, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Platte Valley Equipment, and Double Eagle Golf. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainer.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena, start of session number 3, the final 2 games of day 2. This one is a Class B quarterfinal to round out the evening between Omaha Skutt, the number 2 seed, coming in with their 23-0 record up against the Waverly Vikings and their 17-7 mark. Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday evening. Nick Sainer joining you from Pinnacle Bank Arena, and this is the state tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. It's got a good one on our hands. The Skutt Catholic Skyhawks in the tournament for their 9th time in program history, while Waverly here also for their 9th time in school history. Should be a really good one on our hands as long as Waverly can control the shooters. We'll tell you more about it here in a couple minutes, but right now we're going to pause for the national anthem and while they introduce the non-starters. But when we come back, we'll let you know the starting lineups for both Omaha Skutt and Waverly. When we come back, it's the Class B quarterfinal action right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates stronger team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says we're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Owned Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Owned. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's time for the first of two night games here at PBA in Class B quarterfinal action before the semifinals on Friday are all officially set. Let's get to the starting lineups. Both first for the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks coming in with a 23-0 record. They're the number 2 seed led by head coach Kip Colony. Their 9th tournament appearance. They were the runner-up in 2022. Let's go ahead and go through their starting five. First, number 3, Mia McMahon, a 5'4" guard. Number 5, Molly Ladwig. Number 10, Peyton McCabe. We'll talk about her as we go forward. Number 20, Addison Burt, averaging 4.4 points per game. And then rounding out the starting five, number 32, Julia Keneally, averaging 4.5 points per game, but standing at 6 foot tall as well. For the Waverly Vikings and their 17-7 record led by head coach John Cockerell, they were in the state tournament last year, but haven't finished in a top 2 spot since 2016 when they were runners-up, but they have been here. This is their 9th time at PBA for the Waverly Vikings. Their starting five will look something like this: a junior guard, 5'3", Peyton Tritz, 5'3" guard junior once again, Alexis Adams, a 5'6" sophomore guard. At number 5, Aniston Arms. Number 23, a 6 foot forward, a sophomore, Parker Christensen. And then number 24, a 5'5" guard, a senior, averaging 6.5 points per game, Paige Rodenslaven. Will round out the starting five for the Waverly Vikings. Should be a good one here. Once again, I mentioned that we were going to talk about Peyton McCabe some more. You might recognize that last name. Her older sister, Taylor, was a staple on the Fremont Tigers the last couple of years. She is now playing and suiting up for the Iowa Hawkeyes. While Taylor was with Fremont, Peyton McCabe, number 10 for Skutt Catholic, is writing her own story here at Omaha Skutt. She's doing so really successfully so far, averaging 15.5 points per game as a junior. So she's somebody to watch for Omaha Skutt. Waverly's going to win the tip. They'll work right to left from my vantage point, sitting courtside here, and we are underway in the Class B quarterfinal matchup between Waverly and Skutt Catholic. 7:50 to go. Waverly with the first possession of the game. Molly Lagwig will shoot a long three, way off on that one. It goes out of bounds to the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. These two teams did not play earlier this season, so first matchup all year long between the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks and the Waverly Vikings. So here's Burt, left side, cross-court pass will find Aniston Arm, that is Molly Ladwig, rather. Now they get the floater to go as well right in front of the hoop. It's going to be good, and a 2-0 lead for Skutt Catholic. Full court defense for Skutt Catholic broken relatively easily for Waverly as Parker Christensen will turn around, shoot a three, offensive board after the miss, and the layup won't go. It's still 2-0 Skutt Catholic and out and running. Here comes Molly Ladwig in the lane, left side, trying to finish with the right hand, unable to do so, and the defensive rebound corralled by Aniston Arms. But a little bit of a loose ball here on the floor, and we have a Skutt Catholic timeout as number 32, Julia Keneally, dove on the hardwood for the loose ball, and it's just going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll take a 10-second pause for station identification. This is Class B quarterfinal action from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainer back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 6:49 to go in the first quarter, just underway. Winner of this game will get the winner of our next game between the 3-seed Sydney and the Beatrice Lady Orange. So Skutt Catholic basketball, they'll inbound to to Peyton McCabe, top of the key. She'll spot up, three ball on the way. McCabe's just off to the right, but Keneally gets the offensive rebound for Skutt Catholic, and they get another crack at it. Here's Ladwig, jumper from the elbow, got it, and she holds the finish. And Skutt is now up 4-0 with 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. So Parker Christensen for Waverly, the 6-foot sophomore forward, as Waverly's trying to break the press, but unfortunately, John Cockerell will have to call a timeout just to avoid a 10-second call. It's another 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. Just to kind of recap the day so far in Class B, Elkhorn North dominated and beat Norris to advance to the semifinals. Then in our following game, or our next game, York, in a low-scoring affair, it was 14-14 at the half, ends up beating Scotts Bluff. And so those two teams, York and Elkhorn North, will match up tomorrow at 1:30 for the semifinal. The winner of this game, like I just said a moment ago, will play the winner of our next game between the Sydney Red Raiders and the Beatrice Lady Orange. And that will be how we close out day 2 here at the girls tournament. So Waverly's still trying to break this Skutt press as they do so easily here as Parker Christensen has the top of the key. Allows all the players to get set. Three ball on the way from Alexis Adams, just short, and the rebound corralled by Keneally of Omaha Skutt. So she hands it off to Ladwig, left side now. Molly Ladwig drives on Alexis Adams. No good on the layup. Follow-up shot will roll in for Julia Keneally. And so now it's 6-0. Waverly still searching for their first point. Parker Christensen gets double directly in front of us. Now bounces out of it with a pass to Aniston Arms. Now pass to the paint is going to be controlled by Paige Rodenslaben, but she will be fouled. Or rather, she traveled with, yes, she's going to be fouled. Foul will go on Julia Connolly. Inbound pass going to be saved in bounds by Peyton McCabe, and in transition, here we go with Mia McMahon. Layup is good, and it's 8-0 Omaha Skutt. So Parker Christensen will give it to Rodenslaben. Left side now. Peyton Tritz kicks it out. Three ball on the way. Just strong from Aniston Arms, and defensive rebound goes right into the lap of Molly Ladwig. So Waverly still searching for their first points about 3 minutes into it, while Omaha Skutt gets the offensive rebound off of a Molly Ladwig miss. Peyton McCabe that is Mia McMahon, three ball no good. Missed it all but the backboard on that shot. Defensive rebound goes to the Waverly Vikings. Here comes Parker Christensen running the floor, backs up, three ball on the way, off back iron from the side. And it's still 8-0 Omaha Skutt in the first quarter. Ladwig fakes right, goes left, is going to be fouled, but the Waverly students are freaking out because all they saw was that Parker Christensen got her hand on the ball, which she did. This foul's not going to go on Parker Christensen. It'll go on Paige Rodenslaben because she got her with the body. So good call by the official. It's 8-0 Skutt at the line to shoot to Molly Ladwig. First one's good. Gladwig, a 5'9" sophomore, 12.5 points per contest on the season. Has a chance to make it a double-digit lead if she can convert on this second free throw. In for Waverly, Anna Clark, number 15. And Ladwig's second free throw is good. So it's 10-0 Waverly, 10-0 Skutt on top of Waverly here early on, almost halfway through the first quarter, as loose ball on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Waverly, so Omaha Skutt Catholic basketball. As it goes underneath the table for a moment, but Skutt Catholic will inbound it here from directly in front of us. They inbound it from Peyton McCabe, and they get it right back to her on the right wing. McCabe still scoreless so far in this one, but obviously still early. McCabe, nice find in the lane to number 34, Cameron Kasner, and she is fouled on the way up. It was a beautiful bounce pass in traffic by Peyton McCabe. And now Kasner will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. First one by Kasner is good. Kasner's second free throw up and good. What a pretty stroke from Cameron Kasner there on the free throw. Waverly still searching for their first points in this one. They trail 12-0. Pass trying to break the full court press is going to be taken away, and in transition, Peyton McCabe traveled with it. I don't think she was expecting the pass in transition, and sometimes you can make too many extra passes, and I think that's kind of what happened there, is Peyton McCabe wasn't even expecting it. Anna Clark with it in the backcourt. They still need to get across half court. John Cockerell might have to call a timeout, and he will not, and they will fall victim to a 10-second call. Didn't get across the timeline in time. And so Omaha Skutt forces a turnover thanks to their defensive pressure, and they'll get the basketball back here with 4:03 to go in the first quarter, still holding Waverly to 0 points in the opening period. So Peyton McCabe will get the inbound for Omaha Skutt. Also into the game for Skutt Catholic, Presley Douglas, number 14. And we have a traveling violation called on Cameron Kasner. So Waverly catches some sort of break there as they, being Omaha Skutt, commits a travel. So now here's Waverly once again still having fits with that press. Now they throw it up the floor in transition. It's going to be deflected out of bounds from Mia McMahon, and it will stay on the Waverly end of the floor. Also into the game for the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, Milani Kane. Berkeley Lambrecht also into the game for the Waverly Vikings. Here's Parker Christensen on the right wing. Top of the key, 3-ball, good from Aniston Harms. And Waverly is on the scoreboard. They trail 12-3 to Skutt Catholic. Now kicks it out. Top of the key. In the lane, off the glass, no good. Gets her own miss off the glass, and it falls for the second time as Cameron Kasner followed up her miss with an offensive rebound. And as the Waverly Vikings are working it up the floor, the Vikings get fouled, and it'll stay with Waverly. Foul goes on Peyton McCabe, her first. Kara Kassabaum and number 2 Alexis Adams have checked in for the Waverly Vikings, who trail 12-3, 3:02 to play, first quarter. Parker Christensen from the left elbow, turnaround, no good. Rebound being fought for, and now Skutt comes away with it. Up the floor, Peyton McCabe on the left side. McCabe will stop, she'll pop, and the 3 will be off, but the rebound bounces out to Alexis Adams. Here comes Waverly. They don't have numbers. They still pass it forward. Mid-range jumper on the way, rattles out, and the rebound is going to be fought for, pushed out of bounds, and I think, so they're going to get number 34, Cameron Kasner, with the foul for Omaha Skutt. It'll stay with the Vikings on this end of the floor. They'll inbound it underneath their own bucket. So they throw the inbound pass inside the paint to Parker Christensen. She throws it out top to Aniston Harms. No good on the three. We have an injured Skutt Skyhawk staying at the back of the floor. She may have gotten hit in the face, but now here's Cameron Kasner, now top of the key. And now I think we're going to have a timeout on the floor as number 20, Addison Burt, looks to be bleeding on the face at some spot. So out of her eye, it looks like. So she may have gotten popped in the eye or an elbow or something, but they're cleaning and tending to her on the bench right now. So now it'll just be a sideline inbound for Omaha Skutt. 14-3, the Skyhawks lead the Vikings here early on. 2:21 to go in the first quarter. Peyton McCabe with it on the left wing. She drives, scoops, shot blocked by Parker Christensen, her second block of the game. And it will be Skutt Catholic basketball underneath their own hoop. Peyton McCabe, only 5'6". They find Cameron Kasner in the paint off the inbound pass. She can't hit the layup. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Cameron Kasner. So Waverly Vikings basketball. Julia Connolly checks in for Skutt Catholic, who will still extend their defensive pressure the full length of the floor. 2:06 to play, first quarter. Parker Christensen. Pass going to be tipped, bounced around a couple of times, and it's taken away from them by the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks up the floor. Molly Ladwig, three on the way, too strong. Peyton McCabe comes flying in for the rebound. It's going to be off of her hands and out of bounds, going to Waverly. So 1:52 to go, first quarter. 14-3, Skutt out in front of Waverly. Aniston Harms has it. She'll try to bring it up the timeline, but it's going to be deflected. Taken away up the floor to Ladwig in transition, and Skutt leads 16-3. So Alexis Harms trying to find someone to get the basketball into, does so with Parker Christensen, who will stop right at the timeline, and she throws it out of bounds. So that Skutt Catholic pressure causing fits for this Waverly Vikings offense as it forces another turnover with the Skyhawks up 16-3. Addison Burt still getting tended to on the sideline as Peyton McCabe crosses the half-court line and gets a screen right from Connolly, decides not to use it. Now Ladwig on the left side, stops at the free throw line, pops, jumper good for Molly Ladwig as she falls backwards, no whistle, and it's 18-3. Skutt leads by 15 here in the first quarter. So Waverly tries to split the double team, and it forces another turnover, and here comes Skutt Catholic back the other way. Peyton McCabe on the left wing. They switch, they get lost defense, and Peyton McCabe makes them pay with a three ball. It's 21-3. And I have to say, folks, I maybe have seen a Skutt Catholic performance, one to remember coming, but not in the form of 21-3. So 43.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Alexis Adams trying to get it in, and Skutt's going to force another turnover. So now Molly Ladwig right. Peyton McCabe with a three ball on the way, just off, and the defensive rebound goes to Anna Clark for Waverly. The pressure already causing fits. It goes off of Skutt out of bounds. But now, once again, if you're Waverly, man, you're freaking out because how do you set up and how do you break this defensive pressure that is Omaha Skutt? We saw something similar yesterday afternoon with Millard South and Lincoln Southwest, that the pressure as Skutt forces another turnover. The pressure is just too much, and teams get sped up way too fast. So here is Molly Ladwig with it for Omaha Skutt. 18 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Well, I guess there's no shot clock in Class B, excuse me. So Peyton McCabe will take it to the top of the key. 9 seconds on the clock. Molly Ladwig now in the near corner. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out. Addison Burt, 3 ball on the way. It's good for Addison Burt, who just checked into the ball game after getting tended to medically on the sideline. She comes in, drains a 3 as time expires from the right wing. And we will go to the second quarter with Omaha Skutt absolutely dominating Waverly 24-3 after 8 minutes of play. We'll be right back after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates stronger team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says we're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to begin the second quarter of play. Omaha Skutt with a 24-3 throttling so far over the Waverly Vikings. Omaha Skutt on the year once again undefeated, never lost, 23-0 on the season. They get it to the left elbow to Keneally. She takes one dribble, kicks it out. 3 ball, Molly Ladwig just short. Rebound tipped out. Peyton McCabe comes up with it. Floater on the way off back iron. And the defensive board corralled by the Waverly Vikings. Up the floor, Parker Christensen on the right side. Gets picked up by Molly Ladwig defensively. Now Alexis Adams on the right wing. Top of the key. 3 ball on the way. It's no good. Shot by number 1, Peyton Tritz. And here comes Skutt Catholic back the other way. In the lane, wide open layup. It rattles home for Mia McMahon. So now Parker Christensen finds Aniston Harms driving the length of the floor, throws up a wild shot. No good on that one. And there's going to be a loose ball. Comes up with it as Aniston Harms somehow, some way, and a layup goes for the Waverly Vikings. Harms has all 5 as she hit a 3 just a little while ago in that first quarter. 26-5. It's a 21-point lead for Skutt Catholic. Right side now, Addison Burt, pass almost deflected. Now Connolly in the lane, layup no good, and Harms gets the defensive rebound. So now Harms will cross the timeline to Parker Christensen. Now Alexis Adams, 3 ball on the way, you betcha! And it's 26-8. Skutt Catholic out in front of Waverly. Waverly on a little 5-0 run. After the Aniston Harms layup and the Alexis Adams 3. Molly Ladwig for Skutt takes the turnaround elbow jumper, no good. Offensive rebound once again from Peyton McCabe. McCabe navigating her way through traffic. 3 ball, Addison Burt, you betcha. Addison Burt connects on her second 3 of the game from the same exact spot on the right wing. And with 6:03 to play in the second quarter, it's 29-8, Skutt Catholic. Alexis Adams drives baseline, puts up the floater, just a little too strong, and Connolly's there to clean up the glass. So now Molly Ladwig will pop from the elbow. No good. She really likes that elbow jumper. She made a couple of them in the first quarter. Is 0 for 2 so far from that spot here in the second quarter. Turnover as Waverly was trying to get it up the floor, and Molly Ladwig gets the turnaround layup to fall. It's 5:34 to go in the second quarter, and it's 31-8. So Aniston Harms now left side. Entry pass down low to Parker Christensen, trying to work on Connolly. Turnaround, gets the bucket to go with the foul. Parker Christensen will go to the line to shoot one more free throw. So 31-10. Omaha Skutt with a 21-point lead over the Vikings. Once again, Skutt 23-0 on the year, the number 2 seed, while Waverly 17-7 on the season is the 7 seed. Free throw is good by Parker Christensen. She'll check out. So the 5 out there for head coach John Cockerell will be Berkeley Lambrecht, Peyton Tritz, Kara Kassenbaum, Paige Rodden-Slavin, and number 15, Anna Clark. 3-pointer by Peyton McCabe is no good. Now out and running are the Vikings in the lay-in and gets the layup to fall. Berkeley Lambrecht. And here comes Molly Ladwig trying to push the pace and answer. Ladwig in the near corner. 3-ball on the way. Just off to the right, but the offensive rebound is tracked down for Omaha Skutt. Now top of the key. Burt, right side. Now near corner. Ladwig, 3-ball. Too strong. And we have a foul called on number 34 for Omaha Skutt, Cameron Kasner. That's going to be, they don't have Kasner's number up there, unfortunately. So Waverly trying to still break this press of Skutt Catholic. She tries to draw the defender, and now she's fouled by number 4, Melanie Kane. So now that we're able to see Addison Burt a little closer up, so got cut underneath her left eye that was bleeding, but it looks like she has some temporary stitches or bandages over them to keep it from getting worse or bugging her. So as I'm saying that, Waverly hits a layup on a nice pick and roll. It's 31-15. Waverly making a little bit of a run here, 31-15. They trail by 16. They trailed by 21 at one point. Here comes the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks trying to answer. Ladwig, right side, finds Addison Burt at the free throw line. Now back to Ladwig. Pull up, jumper just off, and the rebound corralled by the Waverly Vikings, number 30, Kara Kassenbaum. So here comes Lambrecht, right side, Brecken Lambrecht off the glass, no good, but there's a blocking foul called on number 4 for Omaha Skutt, Melanie Kane. That's going to be Kane's second personal foul, and so going line to shoot 2 shots. Number 3, Berkeley Lambrecht for Waverly, a 5'7" sophomore guard. First one is good. (31-16). Skutt out in front by 15 over Waverly. 3:53 to play in the first half. Winner of this game gets our winner of the next game, Sydney and Beatrice. That one tips off approximately at 7:45 p.m. So here comes Skutt Catholic. Addison Burt traveled with it on the right wing, and here we go. Folks, things are getting just a little interesting here. It's a 14-point ball game. Alexis Adams gets the inbound pass. She pushes it across the timeline. Adams now dishes it off to Aniston Harms at the top of the key. She finds Kassenbaum now inside to Parker Christensen. Back out. Kassenbaum, 3 on the way. Way too strong, missed everything, and it will go out of bounds. Last touched by the Waverly Vikings with 3:29 to play in the second. So Skutt will bring it across the timeline. Peyton McCabe with it on the left wing. Takes a screen right from Addison Burt. Now right side, Molly Ladwig. Near corner, 3-ball on the way. No good by Mia McMahon. And Waverly cleans up the defensive glass with thanks to Parker Christensen. So Christensen will step on the sideline. Turnover for Waverly as she was getting guarded by Addison Bird on the way up there, who's still playing with that left eye a little bit as she was cut underneath it. So Skutt leads by 14, 31-17. 3:05 to play, second quarter. Left side, Addison Burt with it. She gets the entry pass down low to Molly Ladwig, up and under. Free layup is good. 33-17. Parker Christensen tried to get into the passing lane, and they threaded the needle to where Molly Ladwig was the only person that could have gotten it. And so now here comes Waverly trying to answer. Down low in the lane, kicks it out. Alexis Adams trying for another three. Not good on that one, and we have a foul called. I believe this one's going to go on Skutt, and it will be on Peyton McCabe. No, they're going to call it on number 5 for Waverly. So Aniston Arms is going to get called for the foul. Third Vikings foul of the half. 2:36 to go, second quarter, 33-17. Skutt Catholic out in front by 16. McCabe goes left side now. Molly Ladwig kicks it out. Burt, three ball from the top of the key. Nothing but net on that one from Addison Burt, and it's 36-17. So Waverly had started to get back into a fighting chance at being down 14 as Parker Christensen has it left side, but now Skutt has put it back to a 19-point deficit for Waverly as Aniston Arm has it on the left wing. Now Alexis Adams bounce passes it. Top of the key. Rodden Slavin. Now Parker Christensen on the left wing to Peyton Tritz. Top of the key, Alexis Adams. Man-to-man defense here for Skutt Catholic as Rodden Slavin has it. Entry pass down low on the block. Christensen turns to her right. Probably should have went to her left there as there was nobody on that side of her body. Went into 3 Skyhawk defenders. Pass taken away now from Skutt Catholic by Waverly, and Parker Christensen out and running. She'll pick up her dribble, throw it to Aniston Arms. Now entry pass down low. Peyton Tritz, right side of the glass, gets the layup to fall. 36-19. Omaha Skutt leads Waverly here with a minute 15 to go in the first half. Molly Ladwig now right wing to number 14, Presley Douglas. Back to Ladwig. She'll just hold on to the basketball. She's not even holding on to it in the triple threat position. She's holding it between her hip and her forearm. Now she'll dribble with her left hand to Peyton McCabe at the logo. Seems like Skutt may be content with settling for one with 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Presley Douglas, left side. Now McMahon. McMahon and Douglas playing catch back and forth. Now a little bit of pressure as Waverly comes up near the logo defensively. Left side. Now Addison Burt looking for help. Addison Burt dribbles around the perimeter. She's directly in front of us here, sitting courtside, about 10 yards in front of us. Now Presley Douglas. It's been about a whole minute of Skutt Catholic on offense. Here now Presley Douglas, right side. They're content with settling for one shot. Mia McMahon, top of the key. 9 seconds on the shot or on the game clock. Presley Douglas back to McMahon. Now to Burt, throws it in, away to Peyton Tritz. 3 seconds on the clock. Tritz at the horn. She's going to be fouled with 0.6 to go in the second quarter. So 0.6 of a second are on the board. Now remind you, Omaha Skutt got that basketball with 1:17 on the game clock, and they turned it over with 6 seconds on the clock. So they wasted about a minute 11 before they turned it over, and Peyton Tritz made him pay and now has a chance to hit 2 free throws. First one for Tritz is good. Makes it a 16-point ball game. Tritz steps up, takes 2 dribbles, fires. It's good. 36-21 the score. That will signal the end of the first half. And at halftime, your score, the 2 seed, the Omaha Skutt Skyhawks, 36, and the 7 seed, the Waverly Vikings, 21. It's a 15-point margin at the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the halftime show coming up in just a couple minutes right here from the Class B quarterfinal matchup at Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip. Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's mosaicinfo.org.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates stronger team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says we're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At the half, it's Omaha Skutt Catholic 36, the Waverly Vikings 21. The Waverly Vikings, believe it or not, won that second quarter, but still trail by 15. That's because they were losing at the end of the first quarter, 24-3. Once again, halftime here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us for day 1 and 2 coverage of girls state tournament basketball, whether it's on our mobile app, on the website, theticketfm.com, on the FM dial, or even on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Appreciate you guys. This has been a fun couple of days, and we still got 6 days total if you count the boys tournament left, as we have semifinals action tomorrow and then finals and championship Saturday coming up here soon as well. Let's go through, a couple of the statistics from that first half. Let's go ahead and start for the Waverly Vikings. Peyton Tritz has 2 points. Alexis Adams has 3. Parker Christensen has 2. Number 25 or 24, Paige Rodenslaben has 5. And number 15, Anna Clark has 2. For Omaha Skutt, Molly Ladwig has 12. Addison Burt has 9. Peyton McCabe has just 3. And then there's 3 more players that each have 2 per piece for Omaha Skutt, who once again is here for both these teams are here for their 9th time in program history. Just as we close out halftime here momentarily, let's talk about what's happened throughout the course of the day here in Class B. In the first game at 1:30, Elkhorn North won. They have never lost. Fun fact, as a program, they have never lost in the state tournament. They've been absolutely perfect. They've won 2 state titles in their first 2 seasons. Now, here in year 3, they are the 1 seed yet again and on their way to at least contending for another Class B title. And then in our second Class B quarterfinal game, it was the York Dukes taking down Scottsbluff, the Bearcats, in a low-scoring affair. I actually want to say that we're Omaha Skutt's approaching here in that first half, approaching the number of points that York had the entirety of its game. But nonetheless, a win is a win, and the York Dukes are advancing to play Elkhorn North tomorrow at 1:30 right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. So we'll have that game for you guys as well going forward. Now, this winner of the Skutt Catholic and Waverly game will advance to play the winner of our next game between the Sydney Red Raiders, who are 24-2 overall on the year, making their 17th state tournament appearance. They verse off against the Beatrice Lady Orange and their 17-4 record, who are making their 14th state tournament appearance. So those the winner of this game and the winner of that game will play tomorrow at Pinnacle Bank Arena at 3:15, and that's when we'll find out who will be playing for the Class B state title game that takes place on Saturday at 1 p.m. So once again, that'll do it for our halftime show. Omaha Skutt leads at the break 36-21 over the Waverly Vikings. Nick Sainert joining you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll have more high school girls basketball from Pinnacle Bank Arena coming up as we start the third quarter right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
A new year means new goals and upgrading, but that doesn't only apply to health and fitness. Mullen Motors can get you into a new vehicle right now and get your 2023 started off the right way. They cleared off their 2022 inventory and have tons of new vehicles to choose from to make sure you get to where you need to be this year. Out with the old and in with the new. Stop by Mullen Motors today, just north of 48th and Lake.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is Sam Greasel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska, and that's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. Simply said, no one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the second half here. Omaha Skutt leads Waverly 36-21. Waverly basketball to begin things as Aniston Harms has it on the left side. Takes a screen right from Parker Christensen. Now here, right side, Peyton Tritz cuts, gets the pass, layup no good. Defensive rebound goes to Molly Ladwig, who once again had 12 points in that first half for Omaha Skutt. Right side, here's Addison Burt in the lane, kicks it out. Ladwig, three ball, right wing, rims out, and we'll have a jump ball, and the possession arrow keeps it with the Skyhawks. .7:31 to go, third quarter. Now Ladwig to McCabe, three ball on the way. Off back iron, just a little too strong, and Aniston Harms tracks down the defensive rebound, but now she's trapped. She needs help, and we're going to have to potentially get a timeout by Waverly. Yes, so Waverly gets a timeout just in time with 7:16 to go in the third quarter. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here as John Cockerell called a timeout. So 7:16 to play, 36-21, Omaha Skutt with a 15-point lead. Anna Clark ready to inbound. We'll see if Coach Cockerell drew anything special up to break the press. They throw it cross court and it's intercepted by Connolly. So here's Connolly, now right side, Addison Burt in the far corner. Now cross court, through 3-ball, almost by Mia McMahon, decided to pass it up. Now Burt, floater from the elbow, just off back iron, no good. And we have a foul called on Julia Connolly, and that is going to be Connolly's third. So Anna Clark to inbound. They get it inside to Peyton Tritz. Now Waverly just trying to break the press of Omaha Skutt, and they do so this time around as Rodden Slavin has on the left wing, picks up her dribble. Now gets to Anna Clark, entry pass down low. Parker Christensen turns to the right. Hook shot, no good. Just a little shy and hit the front rim. So here comes Omaha Skutt. Now Ladwig, right side, layup off the glass, and it falls for Molly Ladwig. She now has 14. Peyton Tritz trying to just run across, and now there's nothing she can do. She's trapped as Rodden Slavin working on the left side. They're close to the 10 seconds. Now it's intercepted by Molly Ladwig of Omaha Skutt. Up the floor, Mia McMahon. She'll back things out, slow it down for the moment. Now Kasner, right side, Burt. Thought about the three from the right wing, kicks it out to Ladwig. Ladwig on the dribble drive, kick top of the key, McMahon. Mia McMahon working on Anna Clark. Now Ladwig, wide open 3-ball. Got it from the near side corner, and now it's a 20-point Omaha Skutt lead. Pass deflected on the way up to the floor, and then what do you know, it's taken away by Omaha Skutt. So now that's 3 straight turnovers here for Omaha Skutt. Addison Burt, 3-ball on the way, too strong. Kasner there to clean up the miss for Omaha Skutt. Goes up a second time, and she is fouled hard, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Kasner at the line to shoot 2, hits the first. Cameron Kasner, a 5'10", sophomore. So 5:36 to go, third quarter. Kasner second will rattle down, and it's 44-21. 43-21, excuse me. They had the points so quick on these scoreboards. Normally in Husker games, there's a little bit of a delay, but now we'll have another turnover as Waverly just struggles to break the press and the pressure from Omaha Skutt Catholic, and so they force another turnover. Skutt Catholic coming away with it. Ladwig, 3-ball right wing, short, but Mia McMahon there to corral the miss for Omaha Skutt, give them another opportunity. They get another crack at it as Ladwig has it top of the key, gets a screen left from McCabe. Back to McCabe off the pick and roll, 3-ball on the way, and Peyton McCabe makes them pay. Make it 46-21 as Peyton Tritz trying to break this press. They throw it up, Bass deflected. It's off a couple of the arms of Waverly players. Now Addison Burt for Skutt takes it away, misses the layup, and we have a foul called on number 34, Cameron Kasner, and that's going to be her third personal foul. Elena Michaelis, a freshman at 5'8", checks into the game for Cameron Kasner. Peyton Tritz breaks the press, gives it to Alexis Adams up the right side. Now Adams gets her pass taken away from her by Peyton McCabe. Back the other way we go. It's a 2-on-1 break. McMahon, no good. McCabe gets the rebound, puts up her try. No dice on that one, and we'll have a foul called on Skutt Catholic. 2 layups completely missed for Skutt Catholic, and that might not hurt you in your 46-21 lead, but who knows going forward here. Against Elkhorn North, potentially. Missed layups will come back to bite you as Waverly crosses the timeline. Now Tritz with it on the right wing. Now Lambrecht. Out wide. Now Rodenslavin three. Way too strong. Missed everything on that one. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Skutt Catholic basketball. 4:18 to play. Third quarter, 46-21. Peyton McCabe and company cross the timeline, up by 25. Left side, Ladwig gets a screen right from McCabe. Now top of the key, Ladwig. Ladwig pulls, three ball on the way. Molly Ladwig is on fire tonight. By my count, that's 20 that she has so far this evening. And we still have 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. Up the floor, pass deflected by guess who? Molly Ladwig. Addison Burt in transition, layup off the glass, and it falls, and that's a 30-point Skutt Catholic lead. So now here's Rodenslavin, kicks it out. Lambrecht, right side Tritz, entry pass down low, corralled by Parker Christensen, and she gets the layup to fall. 51-23. Skutt Catholic with the lead. Now left side Ladwig, she'll pull for another three, and she hits another three. She got it again. 54-23, Molly Ladwig. So now Rodenslavin, left side, bounce pass, far corner, right in front of the Waverly bench is Peyton Tritz. Working on Peyton McCabe, entry pass to Parker Christensen, kicks it out, Lambrecht, three ball on the way, off back iron, no dice. And Tritz, skies high for the offensive rebound, kicks it out, Rodenslavin. She'll try her crack at a three, and she'll hit it. 54-26, Omaha Skutt out in front of Waverly with 2:39 to play in the third quarter. So now Addison Burt, left side to Ladwig. Drives, kicks. Kane to now McCabe on the right wing. We're under 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Entry pass, kicked it back out. Ladwig, jab steps to the left, fakes it now to the right. Pass deflected, taken away from him by Lambrecht. Pushing the paces, Lambrecht up the near side. Now her pass is going to be taken away from him by Addison Burt. Burt kicks it left. Kane will try a three ball on the way. Bounces around a couple of times and out. And now the rebound will be corralled by the Waverly Vikings and Parker Christensen. Tritz pushing the pace. Waverly has numbers. Kicks it. Rodenslavin, three off the glass. And the bank is open. (54-29), 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Pass almost intercepted. Burt now left wing. Jab steps off the glass, and it falls for Addison Burt. Nice move there by number 20, Addison Burt, the junior forward. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Rodenslavin just banked in that three a moment ago. Drives left on Kane, throws up a wild shot, and gets bailed out with a foul. And so now Rodenslavin will go to the line to shoot two shots. First free throw rattles out for Rodenslavin. Second free throw is good for Rodenslavin, so make it 56-30. Skutt Catholic with a 26-point lead. So now here is Mia McMahon for Skutt Catholic, gives it to Presley Douglas on the right wing. Entry pass to the free throw line. Connolly, the right side, moving screen on Connolly. It's going to be an offensive foul on Julia, and she'll kind of pound her fist in frustration as she jogs back to the other side of the floor. Skutt Catholic leads 56-30, 57 seconds to go. Waverly basketball. So 53 seconds to go, third quarter. Alexis Adams with it on the right side. Now top of the key, Anna Clark. Left side. Now top of the key, Parker Christensen to Lambrecht. She'll dribble a couple times, know where to go. Now nice cut by Lambrecht on the right side. Nice little back door. She kind of got lost on the outside there near the perimeter, and she cut to the hoop. Good find and better finish on the layup as the three-point attempt for Skutt goes for naught. It's 56-32 with 19 seconds to go. Right side, Alexis Adams, three ball, too strong. Not by much, however, as Adams hit one earlier tonight as well. Now Skutt Catholic with 7 seconds. Presley Douglas drives, kicks, three ball on the way. It's good from the freshman, Elena Michaelis. She gets the three to fall, and it's they're going to count it a long two. So 58-32 is your score at the end of the third quarter. Skutt Catholic leads Waverly by 26. We'll be right back with the start of the fourth quarter in 60 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
A new year means new goals and upgrading, but that doesn't only apply to health and fitness. Mullen Motors can get you into a new vehicle right now and get your 2023 started off the right way. They cleared off their 2022 inventory and have tons of new vehicles to choose from to make sure you get to where you need to be this year. Out with the old and in with the new. Stop by Mullen Motors today, just north of 48th and Lake.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena as Anna Clark takes the arm down in the paint and misses the layup, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. At the start of the fourth quarter, it's 58-32. Skutt Catholic with a 26-point lead. So Clark's free throw, no good on the first. Coming up next will be again a game between the Sydney Red Raiders and the Beatrice Lady Orange. Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman will be with me for that game at 7:45 tonight. Jay will also join me for the two night games tomorrow night as well before Strick comes back and hangs out on Championship Saturday. So for Skutt Catholic, Addison Burt misses the three-pointer from the left wing, but an offensive rebound is going to be deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Waverly Vikings. So it will stay with the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. They'll have a sideline inbound from the near sideline. Now Burt bounce pass to Ladwig. Elbow jumper on the way. No good off to the left. Offensive rebound once again, this time from Kasner. She gets double-teamed, and she is fouled by a duo of Waverly players. We'll see which one they got it on here. Foul will go. I believe this one will go on number 24, Paige Rodislaben. So inbound pass underneath their own bucket for Skutt. Kasner gets it back to Burt on the near corner. She dribble, drive, kicks it to Ladwig, now right wing. Ladwig, spin move at the elbow, turn around, fade away, and she makes that look so easy. Molly Ladwig, that elbow jumper she loves, and that time she added a little bit of a spin move and a fadeaway to it, and it went right through the net. 60-33 the score, 27-point advantage for Skutt Catholic. Tritz on it, left side, takes a couple dribbles, cross-court pass to Rodislaben. Good recovery there by Peyton McCabe, getting out to Rodislaben on the perimeter. So now right side, Rod and Slavin to Ansley Harms. And now Peyton McCabe's going to take this one away. Across the timeline we go. McCabe in transition off the glass and up and under, and she makes that look way too easy. I think she also wanted a foul, but didn't get the whistle. 62-33 with 6:03 to play in the fourth quarter. Class B quarterfinal rather, as Rod and Slavin for Waverly gets the entry pass down low, and there will be a foul called on Cameron Kasner. That's going to be the fourth on Kasner. 4 substitutions for Skutt Catholic, as the only player that will stay in is Addison Burt. First free throw is good by Parker Christensen. Omaha Skutt is in the bonus, or Waverly is in the bonus, as that was the 7th team foul on Skutt. So from here on out, it'll be 1-1 at the line. Parker Christensen on the back end of the 1-1 hits it. 62-35 the score, 5:57 to play in the fourth quarter. Addison Burt will bring it across the timeline. She's met by Tritz at the top of the key for Waverly. Now Presley Douglas on the right wing, back to Burt on the left side. Crosses over, fakes right, goes left, spin move, pivot, entry pass to the elbow, kicks it out. 3 ball on the way from Kane, and she hits it. 65-35, it's a 30-point lead. So now Tritz to Christensen. She'll pull up from the top of the key and miss everything on that 3-point attempt. It'll be Skutt Catholic basketball with the Skyhawks, up 30. So Burt brings it up the floor with Skutt Catholic. Now Kane back to Burt. Pass to the elbow. Connolly out far side. Back to Kane on the right wing to left wing onto Burt. Connolly has position down low. They just can't get her the rock. Now 3 ball from Presley Douglas is good from the far corner. And Skutt is really starting to open this one up, leaving no doubt in that they're going to move on to the semifinal tomorrow afternoon against the winner of Sydney and Beatrice, which is to follow this game about 25 or 30 minutes after the conclusion. Kane, nice bounce pass inside, and it goes out of bounds as number 12, Libby Shatkowski could not hang on to the loose ball. Goes out of bounds. Waverly basketball. The right side, Alexis Adams for Waverly. Cross-court pass to Rod and Slavin. Now top of the key, Harms back to Rod and Slavin. Cross-court, Alexis Adams. Kept her right pivot foot. Now top of the key to Aniston Harms. She spins, finds Rod and Slavin. 4:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Floater by Rod and Slavin's good. Nice play there by number 24, Paige Rod and Slavin. And with 4:03 to play in the fourth quarter, it's 68-37. At the elbow, kicks it out. Kane now to Presley Douglas on the right wing. Entry pass on the block. Reverse layup. Good from Julia Connealy. And it's 70-37. So every time Waverly tries to make a dent in this, and even in earlier stages of the game, every time Waverly tried to make a dent in Skutt's lead, Skutt just came back and answered with a punch of their own as Anna Clark gets the layup to fall on a nice pass from Rod and Slavin. And it's 70-39. And so it'll be a timeout for Omaha Skutt, just a 30-second timeout. They just wanted to get a substitution in. With 3:27 to play in the fourth quarter, I'd expect to see none of Skutt's starters. But 3:27 to play, fourth quarter. So Skutt wanted to get number 2, Shaylee Reichmuth, into the game. She's now in there alongside number 4, Mulaney Kane, number 12, Libby Shatkowski, number 14, Presley Douglas, and then the freshman, 5'8" center, Elena Michaelis. It's now inside in the paint. Layup is no good. Rebound by Rod and Slavin, and back the other way we go with Waverly as Shatkowski had a chance to add her name to the scoring column here in the state tournament. Unable to do so on that layup. Alexis Adams now top of the key, left side, Rod and Slavin. 3 ball on the way, off back iron, no good. And Reichmuth gets the defensive rebound. Up the floor, Presley Douglas kicks. 3 ball. Mulaney Kane on the way, just short. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Skutt Catholic. 2:50 to go, fourth quarter. 70-39. Omaha Skutt leads the Waverly Vikings. So both Anna Clark and Paige Rod and Slavin have checked out of the game. Now Alexis Adams, top of the key to Tritz. Back to Adams. 3 ball on the way from the right wing. May have gotten tipped a little bit, but went off to the left, and it will go into the Waverly bench. So Skutt Catholic basketball. 70-39. Skutt with an impressive offensive showing here. However, a lot of their points came on easy layups from forcing turnovers with their full court press and with their intense defensive pressure. So with 2:22, it'll be a sideline inbound after it was tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Waverly. Into the game for the Waverly Vikings, number 11, Maya Rorick. Also number 43, Breeley King. Mulaney Kane on the right wing. Left side, Presley Douglas. Back out to Mulaney Kane. Now to Presley Douglas, top of the key, 2:09 to play, fourth quarter. Left side, Shatkowski drives, middle of the lane, looking for help, spinning around with that pivot foot. Now back out to Presley Douglas. Gives it to Reichmuth. Reichmuth, 1:57 to go. Right side, Douglas, 3 ball on the way. Presley Douglas off back iron, and defensive rebound goes to Waverly, getting tracked down from behind, and it's stolen away by Skutt, but goes right into the hands of number 11, Maya Rorick, and she gets the layup to fall with 1:43 left. And now a pull-up trifecta is good. So as a pull-up 3 from the top of the key for number 12, Libby Shatkowski. Makes it 73-41. 3 ball on Waverly's end. No good, too strong, and it will go out of bounds into the bench. Skutt Catholic basketball. In for the Vikings, number 10, Lily Benish, and number 21, Carson Fink. 73-41. Skutt Catholic up big on Waverly tonight. Presley Douglas now to Elena Michaelis, and it'll go out of bounds as they couldn't hold on to the pass from Michaelis, and it will be Waverly basketball. So now Waverly in the lane, off the glass, no good. And Skutt comes back with a defensive rebound. Skutt has an opportunity here to just hold for the final shot as Michaelis has it right side. Now to Kane, top of the key, Presley Douglas. Now to Reichmuth, back to Douglas on the logo. Right side, Mulaney Kane, 20 seconds on the game clock. Skutt will probably just hold this one and let time expire. They will move on to play the winner of Sydney and Beatrice that we're about to have here coming up in about 35 minutes or so. As Reichmuth has it, top of the key, 3 seconds on the game clock. And there is the horn. Skutt Catholic advances to the Class B semifinal. They await the winner of Sydney and Beatrice. We'll have that one coming up shortly. Jay Foreman, the Husker Hall of Famer, will join me as well. But once again, your final score, Omaha Skutt 73 and Waverly 41. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Shout out to my man Carter Longi for running things back in the studio. He'll take it from here for a short while and fill some time while we get ready for our very next and final game of the day here on day number 2 between the Sydney Red Raiders and the Beatrice Lady Orange right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Did I forget something?
No, just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, don't forget to buckle up. Drive safe.
I will. Love you too.
Someone is counting on you to buckle up. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't